may as well just make a video about it. So I'm having a call with one of my guys. He's messaged me on Instagram, checking in on me because I'm under the weather. But anyways, let me get to the point. So he's telling me that, he's looking for another offer. I was like, why? Why are you looking for another offer? He's like, oh, I've had calls on my calendar. Now this is real life situation. I've had calls on my calendar, and they're just not showing up. All of them are no shows. And I'm asking him, like, why do you think that is? It's like, oh, must be a lead flow issue or a marketing problem. I'm gonna call him out about it as well, but I just thought, you know what, let me just record this video and give you guys the training that I'm gonna give him as well, and hopefully he'll watch this and take heed from this, because I have scaled multiple offers to multiple millions of dollars a month, not because of the marketing, but because we were so efficient in what we were doing with the leads and how we were making them show up, and then not only show up, but how we were making them close and what we were doing. So look, there's a few things that I would say. Now look, he may be right, but I wanna make sure he's doing what we want him to do. Now look, the onus always relies on you. And you've got to sometimes take ownership of your own income. By that, what do I mean? So you need to, okay, if the call has been booked on your calendar, it's booked on your calendar. What are you doing now to make sure that the lead is going to show up? Because we know, what do most people do? They book things. Look, people make gym memberships. They actually pay for the gym memberships and they don't even turn up. So we know this. Humans, look at me, man. I've got so fat, I have to wear double XL. But we're going to check. But once upon a time, I was a small. How the flip? I don't even know how I went from a small to a double XL. Anyways, we're going off topic. So if the call has been booked on your calendar, you take ownership of that lead now. Don't worry about the appointment setter or whatever, or if there's appointment setters or not. So this is what I used to do. The leads used to come straight off a Facebook ad and straight onto my calendar. What was the first thing I did? I didn't even rely on automations or whatever. Later on, my processes became the company's. This was as a closer, by the way. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to them. I'm just gonna send a quick message. Either introducing myself or reminding them about the call that has been booked. So I'll say, hey, so the first message, I'll give you literally what I did. The first message that I was sending was, hey, congratulations, your call is booked, but it's not confirmed. Please review the following material and drop me a thumbs up once you've reviewed them. Now, this was just, a one-page document. It could be one link, just one link that shows them more about the product or service of the company, has FAQs on there as well, has testimonials on there as well. So it's pretty much doing the selling before the call and reminding them what the call is about as well. I call this my pre-call document. So I make sure this is sent to them, and I make sure that they're confirming that they've reviewed the material as well. Now, I sent the message, I'll send it by text and I'll send it by email. I haven't called them yet. I haven't even called them. To be honest with you, when I first got onto my offer where I made 20, when I hit my first 20K a month, I literally did not even call any of my leads. I just sent text messages. I just sent text messages because I used to pack out my calendar. So I'm sending them the pre-call information. Now look, this person that's booked on the calendar has a problem and you have the solution. So this. Now, life gets in the way, man. You got to remember, people are doing 101 things. But one thing I know for a fact, that this person that's booked on my calendar has an issue. Whoa, what is this? What's going on here? Oh my God. This is not sweat, is it? I don't know. But anyways, it's getting hot in here because I'm going to be giving you guys some heat, man. I'm getting hot as well. So look, that they have this problem. They have this problem that you have the solution for. So you now probably need to inform and educate them and get them excited about what it is you offer. Now, when they've booked it, they were excited and they were informed and educated and they made the decision to book a call to speak to you about your services. Now, life gets in the way, man. How many times have you decided to do something, but then something happens and you don't show up? Or your plans change. Life happens, so you've got to be understanding of that. So you want to try your best to stay at top of mind. Now, if they've missed the call, okay, cool. Just let them know, hey, man, we understand life gets in the way, etc. and whatever. But look, if you're still interested, drop me a message and we'll get you rescheduled. If they don't send you a message back, then you know, okay, put that into your pipeline to go into your follow-ups. I'll get into like how we do the follow-ups and what we do with them as well to inform and educate and get them re-engaged with you again. But I'm talking about how to increase your show-up rate. So look, if you have a no-show right now, I would be calling. If you have a no-show right now, I would be sending messages to all of my calls booked the following day, later on in the day. Hey, just sending you a message or whatever. So like, I'm not relying, like nowadays you got automations, etc. and whatever, but I'm not taking a chance with it. I'll even call them if I have to. You do whatever you can do to make sure that they get on the call. But once they're on the call, you want to make sure that they're informed and educated. They've gone through the pre-call material. Because let me tell you, man, this is like, so many of you guys, you're like, oh, no one's showing up. But what have you done to make sure that they show up? I've called them once, I've called them twice. How many times have you sent them messages? How many times have you sent them reminders about the call? How many times have you made sure that they've even got the Zoom link? It's on the calendar. How many times have you sent them the Zoom link via email so they could add it to the calendar, the text messages, etc.? Look, I'd rather someone be so pissed off with me. Like, look, when you book a doctor's appointment, look, doctors and dentists, bro, like dentists do this really well. They send you numerous reminders, for the appointment. You guys do the same thing. If they tell you to piss off, they tell you to piss off. It's okay. Say, look, man, I'm sorry, man. We just want to make sure you guys get on the call and like we give you the best service possible. So yeah, we remind you because we know life gets in the way. So we remind you, probably a couple of more times more than other people. But hey, we're here right now. Let's get on with it. And then you get on with the call. But you want to do everything in your ability to make sure that they're getting on the call. So you're sending those text messages, you're sending those emails. If they haven't responded, go and see if they're on WhatsApp. Send them a WhatsApp. Call them at different times. Maybe change the number that you're calling from. You can act like, look, you got to be creative. Because look, if you've got 5 calls booked on the calendar, and like you can easily do 10-hour days. You've got 5 hours to be creative and follow up with people that were no shows. Follow up with people that have booked a call. And like just send out messages. So because you want to take control of your income. And then you're only going to be able to do that if you do and you go the extra mile. Some of us, man, we just complain like, look, the grass is not greener on this side or that side. The grass is greener where you're going to bloody water it, where you're at. If you stay there long and hard enough, the grass will come out and it will become green and it will become good. But if you're not, if you're just gonna just water in one place and be like, oh, nothing's growing, let's move to another place. It's like you gotta focus and you gotta stay in. You gotta stay in the game long and hard enough. If the offer is a solid offer, they actually can deliver on what they're promising, and you have some sort of people opting in, you take ownership and get engaged with the leads again. Inform them and educate them again. You're the closer there. You haven't got booked. Like, look, you've only got 5 slots on the calendar. Well, you got 5 other open slots. What are you doing? How many outbounds are you doing? How many follow-ups are you doing? Don't become a lazy closer, man. And look, control your income. You're in control of your income, but you need to control your behaviors. You improve and increase your behaviors and your follow-ups and you get creative. Look, why wouldn't someone? If the reason why someone hasn't showed up on your call is because you haven't reminded them enough or given them enough reasons to jump onto the call. And this is what I see time and time and time again on offers, man. Some offers, they don't even have like one link PDF where like that PDF just has everything on there about the offer, how credible it is, and an FAQ column, and like multiple testimonials on there. Like this should just be like one document that just documents everything, and it actually just sells the whole program for you as well. And it has the FAQs. Now you guys can come up with your FAQs if you just download your sales calls and upload them into AI and cloud and all sorts, and you find out what are the frequently asked questions. You get the answers for those and you put them on the document. So before they even come on your call, they're informed and educated. And all your closers are doing is literally, they don't even need to be geniuses, man. They just need to be able to, you briefly go over the opportunity, answer any questions that you have, and then basically take payment, man. This comes down to, like, this is a whole big, topic that I'm going to be doing with business owners, etc. and whatever. But this is what I do when I go into businesses, man, and I go into companies. These are the things that I dial in and I make sure. Now, you as a closer, you just make sure that you're doing this. As an appointment setter, make sure you're doing this and you watch how your income scales.